back to another episode of Pop Drop, and today we are doing our another round review with my good friends Jacob and Ryan. So let's jump right into it.
Woo! Jordan, what an intro. Clap for him, Jacob.
Woo, woo.
Great intro,
Hold the
Jordan.
roof, guys. I'm Ryan Lowy.
Hold the roof. So let's get started. So today's episode is a round review and preview. Is that right, Jacob?
Yes.
All right.
And let's get right into it.
Take us to the next slide. All right. So first, just like how we've started the previous two round reviews / next round preview, we are going to review the scores of the previous round that just concluded. Now, let me just note at this date, last night's game between the Golden Knights and Dallas Stars has been completed, and likely by the time this is posted, tonight's game between the Islanders and the Lightning will also have completed, most likely. Can't confirm you on that one. But anyway, second round review. Vegas, thank God, my Vegas Golden Knights beat Demko and the Vancouver Canucks 4-3. I honestly thought that they might have pulled it off, Demko and the Canucks, just because of Demko. But thank God.
And the Devils got the 20th pick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
that series just barely prevailed in our favor.
All right.
Okay, Jordan, I don't need you to rush me. It is okay. In terms of the next series, the Islanders in the Eastern Conference, the Islanders also just barely prevailed over Philly.
I was right.
Series.
I said Islanders in 7.
You did. Fun
Yeah.
series, just like we all predicted. 7 games, I think I said. I think we see a couple overtimes.
Jordan and Ryan said Flyers in 7. I said Islanders in 7, and the Flyers won every game in overtime.
So me and
But
Jordan
to be fair, I said that it could go either way. I was not set in one direction.
Yeah, he is right. He did say that. I specifically said Flyers. I take the loss on that, but I was only 2 goals off from being right, so I'm not going to kill myself over it. So now let's get to the West. Dallas is shocking the National Hockey League community. I don't know how they're doing it, but they have somehow prevailed to the conference finals, beating just barely the dominant Colorado Avalanche in 4-3. I'm shocked. You guys are shocked. Nobody predicted that.
My Stanley Cup champion is out, and now Jordan's champion prediction is the only one left.
And before we close out our next round, I would just like to point out that what's it called? Oh my God, I forgot. Oh yeah, I would just like to point out before we move on that Jordan's entire Eastern Conference is right.
So far.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, but let me talk about a couple of these series.
After I conclude the review, Jordan, don't.
All right. I'll hold my horses. I'll hold the roof.
All right. And the Tampa Bay Lightning, of course, as almost all of us expected, beat the Boston Bruins 4-1. All right. Thoughts? Starting off with Jordan, then we'll go to Jacob. I basically already gave my thoughts.
Thank you. Where to start? I think I'll start with the Avs Stars. Where did Philip Grubauer, that injury, kill the Avalanche? For the first 4 games, goaltending disappeared. Where did it go? I don't know. It just disappeared. I think the Stars won because Grubauer was injured. I don't know how we'll talk about it later, but I don't know how they'll do against the Knights, except they did beat them.
Also,
but, goaltending disappeared. Offense, fine.
Okay, there's just one thing I want to say real quick in terms of the Dallas, Colorado. I'm not sure how many people predicted Dallas to make it to the conference finals, man. But
nobody.
They beat Vegas in the first game. When does are they going to win the Stanley Cup?
No. They're not going to win the Stanley Cup.
I don't think so. But
they are. They've upset the hockey community 2 times over, and they're 3 games away from doing it again. And they won the first game. They have all the momentum toward them. Vegas, they're lucky they only lost by 1 last game because their first period was terrible.
Oh yeah, and their second period. But speaking of Vegas,
should we talk about the Vegas series?
First of all, yeah. Well, I want to say I went 3 for 4, and I was 1 Avalanche goal away from going 4 for 4. I'm just going out and saying that.
No, it would have been a tie game, and then they go into overtime.
You were 2 goals away.
No, it went into overtime. They lost 5-4 in overtime.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that game was overtime. And if I'm not mistaken, first of all, I thought that the most exciting series this round had to have hands down been Vegas and Vancouver. I did not expect it
Yeah.
to be the most entertaining one.
Yeah, no, I did.
I expected Boston Tampa to be a really good one, and I expected Islanders Flyers to be a good one. But somehow, no matter, besides the fact that Vegas is my second favorite team and my Western Conference favorite, not only this playoffs but just in my entire watching hockey career, I have to say, aside from that, I just loved watching every single second of that series. It was
And
entertaining.
can I just point out that 3 out of 4 of these series went to 7 games? Like, hockey is the greatest sport in the world, guys.
That's
It's
debated.
crazy.
And you know what? Even though for the Vegas series and the Islanders series, even though both series went to 7 games, you could really tell throughout the entire Vegas series and the entire Islanders series, the team that won had control of the series. Even in the games they lost, they still dominated the other team. And it was really goaltending that kept the Canucks and the Flyers in this series.
I hands down agree with you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Demko was a beast.
Yeah. And
The other
goaltending completely lost the Avalanche their series, by the way.
Yeah.
And Vegas, it just really shows how important goaltending is. And, because, Vegas averaged 49 shots in the series against
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
And they were barely able to prevail over them. That's the craziest part. That's why this series was so fun. Joshua Demko was on his game. It was insane.
If Vegas didn't have Shea Theodore, they would have lost.
I quickly want to mention, but it'll just be in passing. I don't want to start a whole conversation on this. Vasilevsky and the Lightning, dominant.
Oh, yeah.
Completely dominant.
That doesn't even need to be mentioned because you could look at the screen right now. Boston was lucky to get a game over Tampa. Anyway, everybody agree that we should move on now?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, I think we should move on.
All right.
Let's talk about.
So, third round preview. I'm just going to quickly zoom through it for all those ineligible to see it. Vegas versus Dallas in the West, and Tampa versus the New York Islanders in the East. The winners of each best 4 out of 7 series will play each other in the weirdest Stanley Cup final.
And I'm just gonna go through here and say each team's last time they went to the conference finals. Vegas last time they went to the conference finals was 2018. Same with Tampa Bay. Both those teams went to the finals in 2018. Obviously, Vegas won in that year. Tampa lost. Dallas last time they made it to the conference finals was in 2008, or I believe they lost to the Detroit Red Wings. And the last time the Islanders made it to the conference finals was 27 years ago, all the way back in 1993. So it's been a long time coming for the New York Islanders and New York Islanders fans.
I want to talk about this Islanders Lightning series because I don't know how to play this series. On the one hand, you have the ever-talented Lightning who have all the players. They just have all the players. They just have all the players.
Stamkos is hurt.
They are an NHL
Stamkos
powerhouse.
is still out.
Yeah, I know Stamkos is out. It's like the Islanders, on the other hand, they have momentum and they have talent. They proved that against Philly. They for sure proved that against Philly. They dominated against them, and they have proven Jacob and Ryan wrong against the Capitals. So I don't know how to play this. And here's the thing, my rule of thumb, I don't know if this applies to you, but if a team is going on momentum in the playoffs, then they'll fizzle out in the third round. We shall see in this round if the Islanders are for real. I mean, I think they're for real because they beat Philly, and Philly, we've said enough about Philly if you watched our previous episodes. But we will see in this round if they're the real deal or not. But I still think it'll be the Lightning in 7 because the Lightning are just too good. They're too good.
I'm sorry, Jordan, I'm sorry, but I have gotten one series right. I think this entire playoff predictions. I think maybe I got Vegas right, but out of the discussion right now. One thing I want to say is that I have to change up my game. I have gotten too many things wrong. I've gotten like 1 or 2 predictions wrong this whole series of predictions and episodes. So I'm going to have to disagree with you, Jordan, and say Islanders let me give it 6.
And let me
I was about to say the same thing.
This is going to be a very competitive series.
Oh, yeah.
As I said before, I could go either way on this. It's a very tough prediction, but I'm going to have to go with the Lightning in 7. They're just too good.
I'm gonna go out and say something. I agree with Ryan. I'm gonna say Islanders in 6, but because the way Tampa got past Columbus using they worked hard to get past Columbus. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
But when they got to Boston got really complacent, just like the Capitals did with the Islanders. And, that's why Tampa just kind of zoomed by them using their skill. But the Islanders, in my opinion, are the second hardest working team in the NHL, only behind Vegas.
I think they're harder working than Vegas. I just think Vegas has more talent than them.
Actually, yeah, that might be true. I think the Islanders might be the hardest.
Both teams, Jacob, let me just fix you before you continue. Both teams have extreme hard-working skills and ability. They put everything in their practices, great coaching staff, everything. I think that just in terms of talent, Vegas is up a little bit, and in terms of working hard, the Islanders are up just a little bit.
Yeah. The Islanders are very hardworking, and that's why this is going to be a very competitive series. But don't forget, the Lightning still have a chip on their shoulder. They have a chip on their shoulder, and they want the finals. They're going to the finals.
I agree.
Jordan, I don't see a single team on this third round preview that doesn't want the finals less than the Lightning. Everybody wants the finals right now. The chip on the shoulder, I don't think is a big effect.
No, I think that both teams are going to work hard, and it'll be very competitive. I could go either way on this.
The Islanders have proven countlessly that talent is less important. They have proved me wrong. They have proved you wrong. They have proved
you know what?
They proved everybody wrong.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Excuse me. I understand you agree with me. That's why I'm continuing what I'm saying. They have proved that working hard beats any type of talent you can throw out in front of them.
You know what, Ryan? I think you're right. Can I switch my prediction?
Do I deserve a gold star with a sticker saying good job?
Yes, you convinced me. Islanders in 7. They have talent, and they work very hard, and they prove themselves against the Capitals and Phillies, and the Lightning have Stamkos out. It could be the Islanders. It's still going to be a very competitive series. I could go either way on this still.
Honestly,
Wait, can we talk about Vegas?
First of all, before we move on, I'm just going to say, I'm going to say Islanders in 6, and I think that the only reason that it would even go to 6 is because Nikita Kucherov and Braden Point and Victor Hedman Braden Point, Nikita Kucherov, Victor Hedman, Andrei Vasilevsky are absolute monsters.
All right. Make sure to subscribe and like this video and comment down below. Follow us on Instagram.
Whoa. You didn't tell them to share the video.
Share this video.
Share, and subscribe.
Okay, share, subscribe, comment down below. Follow us on Instagram, puck_drop@LHS.source. That's right, puck_drop@LHS.source. Jacob, what is our Twitter?
@LHSPuckDrop.
Thank you, and that'll do it for us. Take care, guys. Stay classy, San Diego.
Good job, Jordan. I thought that was spectacular. Bye, guys.